Have you recently felt a strange discomfort in your own body, like you're shedding something invisible, yet undeniably heavy? As if your skin is more sensitive, your breath feels like ceremony, and your womb pulses with an unfamiliar aliveness. You may be wondering, what is happening to me? But this isn't dysfunction. It's not a breakdown. It's not anxiety. This is something much deeper, something sacred. You are not falling apart. You are being reassembled into a version of yourself that can hold divine love. In today's video, Spiritual Universe will guide you through the physical and energetic signs of embodied awakening. We'll help you understand that what you're feeling is not random or wrong. It's your soul clearing space for something holy. This is the Divine Feminine's sacred transformation. Long before your counterpart returns, your body begins the preparation. Your bones already remember the ancient promise. Your breath carries the memory of divine union. Your chest tightens, your belly burns, your throat vibrates with truth waiting to be voiced. You are not alone in this. We're here to help you decode what your body has been trying to tell you all along. By the end of this video, you will no longer fear the intensity within you. Instead, you'll begin to revere it. You'll understand that your awakening is not a mental idea, it's a full-body experience. You'll see that the ache in your chest, the waves behind your ribs, and the sensitivity of your skin are not symptoms of instability, but signs of alignment. The feminine awakens not in loud declarations, but in subtle shifts of frequency. And your frequency is already becoming magnetic, sacred, and sovereign. This video will help you reclaim the wisdom of your body and trust its sacred process. Number 1. The language of the body, a sacred translation of the feminine. Have you been feeling strange sensations in your body lately? Tightness in your belly, a pulsing behind your ribs, waves of heat or cold that seem to come out of nowhere. These aren't symptoms of dysfunction. They are sacred messages. Your body isn't breaking down, it's speaking a new language, one written in the codes of divine energy and soul memory. The journey of the feminine doesn't just pass through the heart, it anchors into the body. And now, your body is becoming the bridge between spirit and form. Every ache, every shift in breath, every drop of unexpected emotion is not a malfunction, but a message. You are not losing control, you are gaining alignment. What you're experiencing is not just healing, this is embodiment. The Divine Feminine is not abstract, she is incarnated. She is breath, pulse, womb, and spine. Only the feminine can feel it in this way because only she holds the sacred portal between the unseen and the physical. And if you've been crying without reason, sleeping too much or not enough, needing solitude when the world demands action, don't worry. You're not falling apart. You're arriving into yourself. This is not a moment of exhaustion, it's a moment of reception. Your nervous system is not overwhelmed, it is recalibrating. You are shedding the illusions that once numbed you and stepping into a state where your body is no longer a vessel of survival, but of truth. Even if he is not physically beside you, your body is already preparing for his return, not to the old version of you, but to the woman who now holds her own sacred ground. Your body knows before your mind does. It welcomes him, not as a savior, but as a mirror. It softens, not in weakness, but in readiness. So listen, let your body speak. Let it tremble, stretch, ache, and settle. You're not alone in this sacred discomfort. You're being written into a new chapter of union, where the divine is no longer a distant concept, but a living presence coursing through your veins. This is the sacred language of the body. And you, beloved, are fluent. If you've made it this far, take a moment to honor the sacred intelligence within your own body. Have you felt these subtle shifts lately? Those unexplainable emotions, sensations, or longings that seem to rise from nowhere. You're not imagining it. You are evolving. We'd love to hear your experience. Share your story in the comments below, or simply type "My body is remembering" to affirm your journey. Your voice may be the reminder someone else needs today. And now, let's continue. Because what unfolds next may awaken a part of you that's been waiting in silence to be seen. Number 2. Preparing for union through the physical divine union is not something that begins with a grand declaration of love or a long-awaited reunion. It begins quietly, subtly, and profoundly within the body. It starts not with words or physical touch, but with a shift in frequency that reaches deep into your cells. You may wake up feeling unusually heavy, even after a full night's rest, as if you're carrying a weight that isn't entirely yours. Without any clear trigger, your chest may tighten, your breath may grow shallow, or you may feel an inexplicable need to withdraw from the world. These aren't signs of fatigue or emotional confusion. They are sacred invitations. You are standing between worlds. Your spirit is deeply rooted in the unseen, and your body is slowly learning how to hold that reality in the physical. This is the space where the divine feminine comes alive, not through logic, but through embodiment. She doesn't merely know what's happening. She feels it. She senses the shift before it makes sense. Her body becomes the altar. Her skin becomes the veil. Her womb receives the divine blueprint long before the masculine is even aware that something has changed. This physical sensitivity you're experiencing is not a flaw. It is a divine intelligence awakening within you. The world may not have taught you how to recognize this form of love, but your soul remembers. It always has. And now, your body is catching up to what your spirit already knows. You are being prepared not for a fantasy, but for a frequency, a vibration of love so pure and powerful that your nervous system must rewire itself to hold it. You're not weak. You're not broken. You're tuning into a level of intimacy that demands presence, clarity, and truth. As your body listens and adjusts, it is shedding old codes of fear and abandonment, making room for deeper light and authentic connection. This is how divine union begins, not in the arms of another, but in your own sacred vessel. Your body is no longer waiting, it is welcoming, it is remembering. And in that remembering, you're becoming the love you seek. Number 3, the sacred purge and the collective release. The journey into divine embodiment is not always graceful. It is often raw, unpredictable, and deeply sacred. This transition can feel like chaos moving through your veins. You might burst into tears without knowing why. You may feel sudden waves of emotion with no visible story attached. At times, it feels as if your nervous system is unraveling itself, piece by piece, finally exhaling after holding centuries of unspoken pain. Your womb may release tension you didn't even know was there. Your heart may begin to soften in places you had long forgotten existed. These sensations may not make sense to your mind, but your body understands. It always has. You may feel aches that wander through your form like old ghosts being set free, tension in the pelvis, tightness behind the eyes, pressure in your chest that rises and falls like waves. You might suddenly feel repelled by environments, people, or places that once brought you comfort. This is not dysfunction. This is divine detox. Your body is shedding what no longer matches your rising frequency. It is aligning with a new vibration of truth, and in doing so, it is refusing to carry what was never meant to stay. But here's what many don't realize. This purge isn't just personal. It's ancestral, it's karmic, it's collective. You are not only releasing what you experienced in this lifetime, you are releasing the emotional inheritance of your lineage. You are clearing the shame, silence, and suppression that generations before you were never allowed to express. And somehow, Your soul volunteered for this, not to suffer, but to liberate, not to break down, but to break through. This sacred work is not weakness, it is wisdom in motion. When your body craves more water, it is asking to flush out the old. When you long for salt, whether in your food or your tears, it is a call to cleanse and preserve what is sacred. When you seek solitude, it is not isolation, it is integration. Trust these instincts. Your body is not confused. It is carrying out sacred instructions that your mind may not yet understand. So when the emotions come, when the aches rise, when the stillness calls, do not resist. Honor them. They are the signs that you are not only healing yourself, but becoming a living altar of liberation for all those who came before you. Number 4, the sacred reconnection, womb and throat activation. There is a profound awakening occurring within you, a simultaneous activation of your womb and your throat, two of the most sacred and powerful centers of feminine embodiment. This is not a coincidence. These energetic portals are intimately connected, and together they carry the memory of your deepest truths and the pain of every moment you silence them. Your womb is not just a physical space, it is a temple of divine intelligence holding ancient codes and soul memories that your mind could never fully explain. It remembers every time you said yes when your spirit was screaming no. It remembers the times you denied your needs, the moments you abandoned yourself just to feel chosen. Now, as your throat begins to tremble, it isn't fear. It's the sound of your truth rising from the depths of your being. That cracking in your voice, the tightness in your belly, the unnamed waves of emotion moving through your body, these are not random or wrong. They are sacred signals, energetic messages that the time has come to reclaim your voice and your power. What once felt like symptoms, pain in the lower abdomen, shaking in your limbs, breathlessness, are actually gateways. They are the physical manifestations of energetic codes unlocking within you, allowing you to return home to yourself. This union between your voice and your womb is the divine feminine's rite of passage. Until you meet these parts of yourself with reverence, until you speak the truths you buried and honor the wisdom you carry in your belly, the divine masculine cannot fully meet you, not in body, not in soul, because he is not meant to save you, he is meant to recognize you, and that recognition can only happen when you have remembered yourself first. So, let the tremble come, let the truth rise, let the fire in your womb and the vibration in your throat move freely. This is not breakdown, this is breakthrough. The divine feminine is not collapsing, she is rising, and your voice, aligned with the power of your womb, is the sound of your rebirth. If you've made it this far, take a moment to honor yourself. This journey through the body, voice, and soul is not an easy one. It's sacred work. We'd love to hear how this resonates with you. Have you felt the stirrings in your womb? The rise of truth in your throat? Share your story in the comments, even if it's just a whisper of what you've begun to feel. Or simply type, "I reclaim my voice and honor my womb," as an affirmation, to ground this truth into your being and into the world. Your voice matters. Your energy is sacred. And your story could be the mirror someone else needs to remember their own. Number 5. The frequency that shakes him awake. He feels it deep in his bones, even if he can't explain it, even if his mind hasn't caught up with his soul. He may not speak of it, may not even consciously recognize it, but something within him stirs. Because your body is speaking to him in a frequency that predates language, a current of energy woven through lifetimes. It's not in what you say or do, it's in what you've become. Every time you surrender control, every time you stop checking for signs from him, every time you simply drop into your presence, and root yourself fully into your sacred body, his soul listens. Not with ears, but with memory. And that remembrance crashes into him like a wave, not one of comfort, but of revelation. This frequency does not soothe him. It disrupts him. It pierces the numbness he's carried for years. It unsettles the identity he built to survive. Your embodiment acts as a spiritual siren, a quiet but unshakable truth ringing through the corridors of his being. Your silence isn't absence, it's presence. Your peace isn't passive, it's powerful. The stillness you hold, the grounded way you now move through the world, speaks louder than 1,000 unanswered messages. It hums with a kind of divine intelligence, one that bypasses ego and dives straight into his soul. And so, while he may not respond with clarity, while his conscious self may resist or recoil, the shift in your energetic field cannot be ignored. Something in him begins to unravel, not because you demanded it, not because you chased it, but because you remembered yourself. And in remembering yourself, you have become the mirror he can no longer look away from, the mirror that reflects both the love he always wanted and the truth he can no longer deny. Imagine this. She no longer reaches out, no longer sends messages into silence, no longer tries to decode his moods or energy. Instead, she begins to rise, softly but steadily, by returning home to herself. She starts walking barefoot on the earth in the mornings, allowing her breath to deepen, letting her womb and heart realign. She creates space around her that feels sacred, lighting candles not for him, but for her own remembrance. And without uttering a word, she becomes more whole. He, on the other side of this energetic thread, feels it. At first, it's discomfort, a sudden restlessness he can't explain, a dream of her he can't shake. He scrolls through her old messages, but feels the void where her energy once reached for him. That void becomes a mirror, and in it, he sees himself, unmet, untouched, unchanged. This is the moment that begins to crack him open, not because she fought for his awakening, but because she embodied her own, her peace, her grounded presence, her withdrawal from emotional dependency. These become the very catalysts that shake him awake, not through pressure, but through the power of aligned frequency. Number 6, becoming the portal of union, a sacred rebirth into wholeness. This is not just another step. This is the final shedding, the sacred unraveling of everything you thought you had to fix. You don't need to push harder, heal faster, or strive to become some imagined version of perfection. The truth is, you are already enough. Right here, right now. You are already the portal, the living, breathing gateway through which divine union flows. You are the magnet, not because you chase love, but because you are love in motion. You are the invitation, not the seeker. You are the sacred space where timelines converge and dimensions merge. Your body knows this before your mind can comprehend it. Every sensation, every whisper within your womb, every tremor in your voice, they are not signs of weakness or delay. They are signs of arrival. Your body is preparing for something holy. You are becoming the bridge between two worlds, between longing and presence, between the infinite soul and the tangible skin. You are no longer waiting for the divine masculine to complete the picture. You are painting the masterpiece with your very presence. When he returns, and he will, it won't be to the version of you who once waited in silent hope. He will not meet the woman who paused her life for his awakening. No, he will meet the one who remembered first, the one who stood in the fire and chose herself, the one who allowed her own light to lead her home. You are not chasing union anymore. You are embodying it. You are no longer knocking on the door of love. You are the door, the threshold, the sanctuary. Your womb is not dormant. It is alive, sacred, and pulsing with creation. Your voice is not quiet. It is rising with truth, no longer trembling in fear, but anchored in knowing. This is not about striving. It is about surrender, not about fixing, but about remembering. You were never separate from love. You are the essence of union, feminine and whole, magnetic and divine. So allow yourself to exhale. The becoming is already happening. You are the portal, and through you, love finds its way back to itself. Your body has always known. Long before your voice could name the ache, long before your mind tried to rationalize the unraveling, your body was the first to remember. It carried the codes of your becoming, even when the world told you to tone it down, to smile through discomfort, to abandon the whispers of your truth. But your sacred vessel never lied. It trembled when something wasn't right. It pulsed with knowing when your soul stirred. That fatigue wasn't weakness. It was resistance to the truth. That ache in your chest wasn't a wound. It was a calling. The spark, the heat, the tears out of nowhere, none of it was random. They were the sacred signals of awakening. You were never too much. You were never broken. You were becoming the space where love could root in truth. You were never meant to chase union. You were meant to become it. The divine masculine does not awaken because you begged him to see you. He awakens when your energy becomes a lighthouse, steady and sovereign. When your embodiment becomes louder than any plea. And now, that sacred invitation isn't pending. It has already been sent. From your womb, your heart, your voice, your breath. It hums in every cell of your being, echoing across timelines, calling him not just to your door, but to his own soul. So, if you've made it this far, I challenge you to type this affirmation in the comments. My body speaks the language of union. Let it be your declaration. Let it be your remembrance. And if this message stirred something in you, if it reminded you of your sacred power and softened something hidden in your soul, please like, share this video, and watch the one below the screen to continue your journey deeper into your awakening. You are not alone. You are not waiting. You are the portal, and the time is now.